because I'm gonna edit this.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm late, y'all. By the way.
That's all good, man. I know you live out in Durham.
Yeah.
I remember when I went out to your studio to record that video. That shit, it was like a 35-minute drive. I'm like, damn, half an hour just to go essentially to the same city. You know, like
You're perfect. It's just like Upper Raleigh.
yeah.
It's like it's
Shit.
just I don't like going there. And plus, it got that big ass graveyard in the middle, and then
In Durham?
yeah, there's this big ass graveyard. Because this thing, I got the superstitious thing, is that somebody in my childhood told me that you're supposed to hold your breath when you're driving past a cemetery,
I've heard that.
or they're jumping through your body and taking possess you. So I hold my breath. I didn't see it coming. So I was holding my breath. And it has to be almost a half a mile long. Has to be. I almost died. I was.
You said you can't just take little.
Nah, you can't open your mouth, man.
No? Damn.
Or the spirits jump into you.
I never heard that.
She can. You can do whatever
You, I'm saying,
She chooses to do that.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, I do that, especially around pet cemeteries. Like, who wants to get possessed
How
by
often
like, a
do you
turtle?
see a pet cemetery?
I swear.
I,
You talking
that's
about?
something down in South Carolina. Then I saw a couple of pet cemeteries.
I don't think
That's your problem. You're talking about South Carolina. I'm sorry. Are you from South Carolina?
I'm not.
All right, cool.
Okay. Hey, he the winner.
Commence, yeah. Nah, but
Do it, whatever you want to say.
It's,
Well-
it's okay if it's me though.
so thank you for tuning in. This is the Tip Podcast. We do have a very special guest, BJ Suede, in the building. How you doing today, man?
I'm good, man. Appreciate you for having me.
Absolutely. It's been a few. We've tried to do this a few times, but schedule's not lining up. I'm glad we could do this.
Right.
So actually, where did you grow up? Where
I grew up a small town. It's called Carthage. It's like probably about 35, 40 minutes outside Fayetteville. It's deep in the country.
I'm
So,
pretty sure I've definitely heard of
I've
Carthage.
never heard of it.
driven
yeah,
through
most
it.
people haven't. So, yeah.
That's the second guess we've had that's grown up a little bit outside of Fayetteville.
Yeah.
That's cool. How'd you end up in Durham?
For school, I just graduated Central last week from North
Oh,
Carolina Central.
congratulations.
Congrats.
Yeah.
I
Congrats.
appreciate you. I got a bachelor's in business administration. So, yeah.
Yes. Hey, you can apply that everywhere.
I feel like so you don't be locked into one thing.
That's all it is.
hmm
Have your options ready.
America's a business, man, so
Exactly.
you can apply that shit anywhere.
Exactly. That was my thinking when I went to school. That was my thinking. I could put that wherever I want to put it.
But if you did have to specialize, could specialize one thing, what would it be?
Well, I mean, my passion is music, so put music and business together. You got the music business, so
Hell yeah.
yeah.
But not you don't have like strings like plants,
What did you say?
like plants, like horticulture or
I mean,
astrophysics. Or
that stuff is interesting. I just never, seek no
Theater.
profession in. Yeah.
What was what influenced you growing up, like pop culture wise? What was the kind of media you were consuming as a kid?
Well, I mean, growing up outside Fayetteville, J. Cole was definitely my favorite rapper for
Okay.
a good little minute. Probably like 8th grade till I graduated around there, just because I stayed down the street from him, basically.
Yeah,
So,
I feel that.
8th grade is when J. Cole came out for you.
nah, he came out when I was like in elementary school. I was like 4th.
We were just talking
When
about this.
when did J. Cole first pop? Like, how old were you?
I was definitely out of college.
Yeah,
Wait, nah, he didn't pop at that time. It's just, but I knew of him because we lived down the street. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I definitely heard of J. Cole around the same time because I grew up in Fayetteville, and
Like you talk about like commercial J. Cole.
Well, commercially, it was probably in middle school, but I knew who he was when I was in elementary school.
there was a song that he had that he recorded the music video with. I think it was 71st, the band.
Yeah, who that?
Yeah, who that? Yeah.
That was probably his first one. To, like pop off for real.
So yeah, it was definitely elementary school when I first heard of him.
Right.
So, wait, so how long Cole been out?
I honestly first popping. I don't know.
But that's
Around there. It was around that time.
And I just moved up here to go to my second college for music. But I don't remember hearing about him until till about 12, maybe 13.
I didn't realize how big he was up until I moved to Japan because my dad was in the military, and like people out there knew who J. Cole was. I was
That's
like,
when you know he big.
oh shit,
Yeah.
you guys know J. Cole?
Right.
Yeah, I thought that was crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
I never thought somebody from Fayetteville, especially of all places, could like blow up.
Right.
Do you have any special places your music is blowing up at? Do you get into the analytics?
I mean, I don't know about blowing up, but I mean here we in Raleigh now, so I guess Durham. You know, it was. Um,
Hey, you've been it looks like you put a lot of energy into your art,
I
like
do it,
from
man.
music
I,
videos,
yeah,
releases.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I eat, sleep, and breathe it, man. That's all I think about all day. I just try to be creative. You know, just try to do things that people don't see every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and just try to, you know, I feel like I don't think like everyone else, so I shouldn't appear like everyone else.
Hell yeah. Where do you get your inspiration from these days?
These days, just everyday experiences. Honestly, I
People
think
around
before
you.
it would. I used to get a lot of what's the word you use, influence or whatever. I used to get it from other artists I would see, but now these days it's just like I feel like I can relate the most to myself and what I go through myself. So I
Right.
just try to turn that into art. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. That's dope, man. It's really great to see somebody put a lot of energy into like what they do.
For sure.
Um,
I appreciate that.
um, what was the first like big hip hop album that you were drawn to that like made you want to start creating music?
I think it was probably like it might have been what's it called? Thank Me Later. That's Drake.
Thank me later.
I
Okay.
think that was probably the first one where I was like first album. I think because before like that's like probably around the time iPod started like really getting hot and stuff like that.
Mm.
So I had my little iPod Touch and everything. That's
Hell
like
yeah.
one of the first albums I was like playing back to back to back every day. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
And I didn't start recording music until like years after that. But I was still always pull my inspiration from that
Mm.
at the time. So yeah.
Would you say that you were first and foremost like an artist, or did you start off doing like production?
Well, I started
other
off.
stuff?
I started off playing instruments in the
Mm.
church, which is really
Mhm,
like a
mhm.
cheat code because like it teaches you music without you actually having to go learn music.
Yeah.
It's like you just learn it. You just know how to play by ear, or whatever it might be.
Yep.
So I've been
Absorb
doing
it.
that from as long as I can remember, since I was like 2 years old until. So whenever it was time for me to start, actually producing music and being an artist, it was just like second nature. Like it wasn't really like no learning curve or nothing. Like I knew how to do it, just had to put it in a different area now.
Yeah.
So you made all the music on your? You make all the music?
I don't make every single one, but if I don't make the beat, I'm definitely putting like additional production and stuff like that on it. So, but yeah, I'm definitely hands on with every single thing that I do. If I didn't make the beat myself,
Are you a part of the mixing process as well?
I mix everything myself. I've
Yeah.
yet to put out a song that I haven't mixed myself.
Hell yeah. Love to hear that.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it.
You did that beat to Low Key? That's all you?
I added to that beat. I didn't do that beat, but I definitely added to it. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, everything you heard about me is definitely mixed and mastered by me for sure, and recorded by myself. I don't even let nobody record me for real.
You're out at Dream Studios, right?
Yes, sir.
Out in Durham.
Yeah, yeah.
Talk about the studio that you're out at, like how that got started. I know we were talking about it when we had first met,
Right.
but
Yeah.
yeah, what are your experiences with that as a sound
I
engineer?
actually, so the wonderful lady that owns it, Miss Shay, she is actually the my homeboy's godmother, and that's the dude I make music with a lot. That's his godmother, and so he introduced me to her just on some everyday things, and then it ended up being she had a studio, so she actually needed an engineer when she met me, so it was like a perfect pairing. She started off at in like a little suite in the back of Northgate Mall in Durham, which is now shut down
Dang.
because of the pandemic. So after the pandemic hit, she had to find somewhere else to go.
Yeah.
But she had to so the building that she's in now, she had to like fully renovate it. She had to knock all the walls down and everything. So it was a process. She just now in 2022 is getting her business back started, and she found the building in 2020. So it took like about 2 years, like a little bit over a year and a half, close to 2 years to get everything right. So now, we're finally back open for business, and trying to get some business going. You know how it goes in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
Yeah, she's back on her feet now, and we just big on quality. You know what I'm saying? We just want to make sure that you get high quality whenever you come to us. You know, it's always that's the main thing that we are striving for at the end of the day.
Yeah, I feel like any successful studio definitely should
Exactly.
definitely strive for 100% like their
Exactly.
best quality.
Definitely.
What DAWs do you use like usually?
Um,
To-
well, I make beats in FL Studio. That's where I didn't start there, but that's where for the most part, that's what I
Hell
run.
yeah, FL Studio gang
For
always.
sure. And I record in Pro Tools for sure. But I am trying to look into other ones like I definitely want to learn Ableton. I'm not a big fan of Logic. I'm not gonna lie, but I definitely want to learn Ableton though. So,
This dude loves Ableton. He
yeah,
keeps trying to.
that's what
It looks
everybody says.
horrible.
Yeah, nah, I like how it looks though.
I don't. I hate the way it looks every time I open it up, but it's just so quick. You can do
Yeah.
everything so.
I heard it's like real user friendly.
Mm.
Yeah,
And with just a trackpad and
exactly,
the keys, you can do a lot.
exactly. Yeah, I definitely got to learn that real soon.
I've tried to hop on Ableton, but like I think the workflow of it is just it just doesn't click with me. Studio One, that was
Yeah.
probably the quickest I was able
Right.
to like start working with the DAW.
I heard good things about Studio One too.
And she put me on.
Really,
Yeah, actually, I think probably the first day I started here, she was like, "Get into Studio One."
word.
I was like, "Okay, I'll check it out." Little did I know.
Recording or for making beats or both.
I do. I use it for both.
Yeah, I've used it for both for sure. Like for making beats, it actually is still pretty easy. It's not. I don't think it's as easy as FL,
Yeah,
but for recording, it's seamless.
that's what I heard.
The Studio One is what Pro Tools should have been 10 years ago.
I've heard people say that too.
Maybe even more.
It looks better than Pro Tools too.
I feel guilty because I really don't like using Pro Tools, almost to the point where like I avoid it.
Really,
Yeah,
it's
avoid
definitely
it completely
intimidating.
now.
I ain't gonna lie, it's definitely intimidating.
No, they make simple shit hard for no reason.
Yeah,
So it's like, why?
but at the same time, for me, cause I was doing every single thing in FL Studio. Like I was recording everything.
Mhm.
I don't care what nobody say. FL is not for recording. Like,
No.
heck
Nope,
no.
nope,
So
nope.
whenever I finally got into Pro Tools, it was like this is the easiest thing in the world because
Mhm.
the same thing you saying about Studio One. It was like things that's mad hard to do in FL Studio. I can do it in 2 seconds in Pro Tools. So
yeah.
it's crazy that you saying that about Studio One.
It's definitely for the user because I would think that Ableton is hella complicated, but you know that's your
Like,
shit.
man, like to duplicate a track or multiple tracks, you have
Yeah,
to go into a menu for Pro Tools.
Yeah.
I never have to go into a menu for any fucking thing in Studio One.
Mm.
It's too many fucking menus.
There are a lot of menus. In
It's
Pro
like
Tools.
unnecessary amount of menus. Like,
You gotta learn your keys.
open
though.
this and open that. And you want to like, come on, man. I'm just trying to get this done. That was uninspiring by then. So I can just hit D, and I can just a bunch of tracks just pop up in Studio One, and I can just keep going.
Studio One is hella easy.
And I had a guy who works for Disney and CBS. He has a big like full orchestra recording studio, and he does the playouts for all their like commercial breaks and stuff. He told me that if I didn't learn Cubase, I would never get a job in the music industry.
Cubase.
Yeah,
What the fuck is
I ain't
Cubase?
even heard nobody say that in like 10 years.
Yeah,
No,
what the
that's
fuck
only
is
if you're
that?
doing like
It sounds like a
fucking
coding
like
program.
industrial like corporate music and
Yeah,
shit
he
like
told
that.
me like
When
if
you're gonna do
So
like
he's saying that's still the case. This like today?
like all the like older people that are used to that, they're
Right.
just still using it.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
yeah,
That's
Cubase.
crazy.
A lot of people that do like commercial production and stuff like
Right.
that are using Cubase.
That's crazy.
And
I
everybody in
didn't know
Africa
that.
too, for some
He
reason.
didn't really elaborate why the
Right.
Cubase was better for that application, but I was like, yeah, I'm making beats and
Right.
trying to record people over
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Not the same thing.
That's crazy.
I
Man.
thought Pro Tools was the standard.
No, it's
Like
only
this?
the standard if only the people say it.
Mm.
Yeah, it is.
I think
But I mean-
Ableton's definitely the standard now.
But at the same time, like, if you say that you don't know how to use Pro Tools, a lot of studios will turn your way.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, in
But the
that
thing
sense,
is,
it's kind of
I mean, the thing is, Pro Tools is the most useless, expensive thing you can have right now. They just changed their layout. You no longer can get your own license now. Everything is a subscription.
yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
like-
I got the perpetual, so I don't gotta keep paying. But yeah, for the most part,
Oh, you
And
pay
then
that shit.
you can't get no support unless you pay for it.
yeah.
So it's like if it goes and then it just goes to shit for no reason a lot of the times, and then all of a sudden the app has to That I remember the time where when Pro Tools broke, I haven't had to fly out to you, especially if you had the HD
Damn.
rigs and shit like that.
Have y'all used Reaper? I've been hearing really good things about
Reaper to me looks like Cubase kind of.
That's what I thought too. I've never used it though.
Isn't it free though?
It is free. I mean, it's like a $80 license or some shit like that.
That's not bad.
That's cheap as fuck.
Everybody that I work with at the music store uses Reaper.
I can get into it.
Of course, Sam Ash employees. Oh, sorry, I don't know if you want me to say that shit. Of course, they're using fucking Reaper.
I think with Reaper, it looks too much like a video game for me, like an old video game,
I haven't even seen it. I've never even like done the research to look into it.
like an old computer video game. That what makes me feel like.
I don't know. I just whatever get the job done to me, honestly. You know what I'm saying? But I do understand that you gotta, be well versed in different things, but this is what come out of them speakers at the end of the day. So
When's the last time that you were working with a client in the studio? What's the life for a better term?
it's been a couple weeks now. I had to like lock in because I just graduated, like I said.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I had to lock in, but with a client, it's been a couple weeks. But I've been in the studio though, for sure. For sure.
That's dope.
You right? Or you want to punch in people?
I ain't gonna say-
One of them
To
punches.
answer your question, I don't write, but I'm not like a quick punch in and type of dude neither though. Like I take time on my words for sure, but I don't write it down. I'm not gonna lie. What I'll do though is like, I mean, I think a lot, so like I'll just be driving or something, the bar come to my head, and I'll like write the bar down real quick, and then I'll come back to it whenever I'm thinking of something. But no, I don't write my verses down, nothing like that.
Do your tracks, like when you get the inspiration to make a song, do you usually record it all the way through all at once before stopping, or?
It depends. Well, it depends a lot because it depends on did I make the beat? Because if I made the beat, then I gotta do that first. You know what I'm saying? Well, a lot of times what I do now is to make a better workflow. I just like put basically like a little skeleton down, and just like good enough for me to record on, and I'll record on it, and then come back and add to the beat later on. But if I'm not making the beat, it's all about the feeling. Like a lot of times, just because I make and record so much music, I might record a hook and just don't feel it no more, and just be messing around like a month later, just going through files, and I'll be like, oh nah, this was something right here, and then finish it right there. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
a lot of times, or if I really got something on my heart, it's like I gotta really talk about it. I'll do the whole thing, and in no time, and then. But like I said, I make so much music. It's like I gotta come back to the music and see if I actually even like it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just it's an everyday thing.
What's your criteria before you actually release a song? Like, what makes you go, okay, I want to market this. I want to make a music video. I want to.
I gotta still connect with it after time goes by, because it's like, I mean, being an artist, you're gonna like everything you do almost. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
and when you make a lot of music, it's like, a lot of times you might be in one vibe for a whole month and everything kind of sounds similar. You know what I'm saying? So, if I made 1 month of nothing but the same vibe, I'm only gonna pull the best track out of those. You know what I'm saying? So like, the way I look at it is like, since I made so much music, like if I go record today, even if it might be real good, like I feel like I made this song today to make what I'm gonna make tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So like, whether that be, even though this song is real good, this track is whatever it is, it's gonna lead me to my next one, and that next one might be the one, or it might not be. That might lead to the next one. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just try to pull the best out of everything. You know
Got you.
Yeah.
Shit. How? So I mean, I know you just released a single, Small Fry, and how long did that take for you to get to the process that you're at? Like, do you have a team that you work with?
Yeah, I do.
Too.
I definitely have a team. I have a team with. I got a cameraman. I got different artists on my team. I'm the only like person on the producing and engineering side, but I definitely have people whose opinion I value. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, a lot of times I might not even send it to them. I just might just play it around them and just see if I get a reaction out of them. A lot of times, because like I said, we make so much music, it's like you might not get a reaction. So it's like,
Yeah.
Your non-reaction was a reaction to me though. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that wasn't the one I thought it was. But a lot of times I just listen to my gut and say, you know what, I like it. I'll put it out and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends.
How often do you listen to your own music?
Every day.
Like that's like the thing you listen to most.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like if you love what you do, like that's valid.
Exactly. Exactly.
100%.
Sure.
When you putting all your energy into it, like why wouldn't you? I
Right.
definitely feel that.
Right. 100%. You going? Yeah. It's like nobody's gonna be a bigger fan of yourself than yourself. You know what I'm saying? So.
Hmm.
No, I get it. I'm saying.
I really think that like you have to be your biggest advocate as an artist or a producer or whatever it may be because like you said you gotta be your biggest fan. Fuck everybody else. Like you also said you're gonna pretty much love everything that you do for the most part. Once you get into your zone and
Right.
you start creating. So
Right. Yeah, even if you don't love it, cause I got tracks where I'm like, I know I don't love this song, but it's like I might love a flow I did, I might love a note that I hit. It's like it's something that I can pull from it, and that goes back to say where like when I was saying it's gonna lead me to my next thing. It's like okay, this song might be trash, but that element of it I do like, so I can apply that elsewhere. You know what I'm saying?
right. Well, what would you if you were making tracks you wouldn't listen to them?
I do.
Yeah.
I eventually get bored.
Gotcha.
Then I go back to my podcast.
Oh. Yeah, you
Go
and
back to my true
podcasts.
crime so I can scare myself to sleep.
Shit.
As I've been rewatching The Walking Dead, I watch it. I put The Walking Dead on when my life gets a little bit stressful,
Mm.
so I can watch other people's life that's in more peril than mine. Since it's
Damn.
so I can feel better about. It's saying my life ain't that bad. No,
You should try rock climbing. I feel like that.
I
that-
am.
That's
Bro, my.
what?
yeah, that's get some excitement. Get some
Where did you
excitement
pull
in
that
there.
out of?
I don't know. I'm just thinking. I'm just saying.
I will rock climb.
I'm thinking of an activity. You could possibly do to.
I'm good with that
Stress
activity.
relief.
I got.
You know.
Like, you see,
That's
like
not a bad
say,
idea.
Let's go horseback riding.
Just take up magnet fishing.
You said magnet fishing? What the fuck is that?
Like, can y'all picture me rock climbing? I'm already 5 foot. I can only do but so 5 foot people do not rock climb.
I don't know about that.
I
You can
would-
barely step over pebbles because they're so fucking big.
Never say never. You never know.
I don't know.
Nah, I don't have the upper body strength. I can't even push myself off the bed to get out the bed without hurting myself.
Damn.
I got old bones, man.
That's fair. Yeah, you are old. You're well not like that. Nah, I'm just kidding. I was just like,
Asshole, bro.
so have you done any performances around here, around like Raleigh or Durham?
Definitely. We actually, me and my boy I was talking about earlier, we actually opened up for Make the Stallion, Lil Durk, and Tink at
Oh shit.
the NCCU Homecoming 2019.
Damn, that's dope.
Oh, in 2019.
Yeah, before the pandemic really.
I'm not
really
just like
stopped
I'm like
all of
Pink is still making music.
I wish she is, but nah, yeah. Back
I mean,
then
she's still a thing.
She is.
No
Tink
offense.
fire. Don't do that to Tink. Tink fire. Nah, yeah, that was. I mean, the pandemic really slowed down a lot of our momentum for real. But like, that's when we was really outside. You know what I'm saying? But we about to get back right.
Hell yeah, you've been craving that probably after that long ass
Definitely,
break.
definitely.
I found it kind of hard, like at first, to be motivated to do shit during the pandemic, but like
Right.
towards the end, I definitely flipped my work ethic because it's like after spending so much time inside, I want to get outside.
Yeah, for sure. It's like it was definitely an excitement factor to it whenever outside opened back up. But I mean, it was a time for people to just just get in your bag. You know what I'm saying? And really just hone in on plot, make your plan, make up your grand plan. And now it's time to execute it. I feel like
So you don't do any of these open mic things around here.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not real big on open mics. But
Why not?
You don't want to rap in front of your peers?
nah, I'm not gonna lie. It's like I mean. I don't know. I do like the fact that it's practice though. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta be able to go somewhere and get some practice in. But I mean, people go to open mics. You're not going to open mics to find other people that's talented too. You're going up there for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's just I'm not dissing them or nothing, but I don't really be there. I'm not gonna lie. So, but I actually am. My man's been trying to get me to come out to do those because I say the same thing to him, but he's been preaching to me like you got to be able to go somewhere to practice. So I probably am gonna do a couple just to practice again.
I mean, I've considered going out to an open mic or two.
Like
Just
performing?
to try it out. Yeah,
You
I've-
you want to perform at open mic?
just try it out. Yeah.
What you
You
gonna
want
do?
to do the guitar thing?
No. I have tracks I recorded here. Yeah. Been working in the shadows. No worries.
For sure.
But yeah, I just been considering it because I'm like, where do you start? You know?
Yeah, you gotta start. That's one thing though. You can't skip. You can't skip steps. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to be on the stage, you gotta start small and work yourself up.
Yeah. And then you might run into somebody that gives you some tips or I
Yeah.
don't know.
Tips?
The tip. Nah, I mean, just because I feel like where else could you go? Like if you don't have, if you don't have experience, but also like to be around other musicians at least.
Right. You go sing outside the mall. Is that still a thing or that stopped with the pandemic too?
Bro, people that sit outside of businesses and do shit like that, like that's begging. That's
Is that
still
like
begging.
a LA thing or a New York thing?
Unless you're like in Vegas, or like in New Orleans where like that is a fucking thing.
Don't
Like
you
street
have to-
performers or New York or whatever.
Don't you have to get like a permit from the city or something like that to do that?
To just-
To
To
make
busk?
money. To make money. Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually.
Even tips.
Yeah, that's because that's
That's
all
still
the
making
money
money.
you're making.
Oh shit.
I mean, you could probably get off. You probably could do it at a place where nobody gonna say nothing, but they definitely can't say you don't have a permit to be doing this.
Yeah, I mean the people that beg for just money on the side of the streets, they have to have a permit to do it too.
Damn, I did not know that.
That's true. I didn't even think about that.
You have to go through a whole ass process just to.
To beg for money instead of just
Okay.
filling
Yeah,
out
true.
okay. But anyway, yeah, I'm not gonna start on that one. We'll need people that are begging for money to come after us.
That's a heavy one.
People,
Leave that one out.
nah, it's. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Never mind. Never mind. No, man, I'm trying to, like cut back on the potentially problematic shit that I
He's
I
trying
say.
not to mess with a group that can actually come back after. us,
Right.
You know, he's targeted old people and the Amish.
Yep.
I mean, they can.
That's true.
It takes them a while because they'll just.
They're probably tired. Nah, let me stop, bro. Hold up.
Man, y'all are.
All right.
Oh, they say they don't have transportation, but then they go and they hop in their Maserati and drive off.
Alright.
That's a whole different
Yeah,
story.
that's
That really happened to me one time, yo. It
What?
really happened, yeah, real talk. I was a little kid. I was like 7 or 8, and it's like, I don't know. I think I just always had a big heart. And my mom rode past one, and we from the country, so we don't see that real often. So when I saw it, I was like, I got $2. Let me give him a little $2. You know what I'm saying? And my mom drove past him, and I was so like mad at her for that. And so just because I wanted to give him $2 so bad, she drove back. And when we drove back, he was like walking straight. He was like, you feel? Because before he was like limping and everything, acting like, you know what I'm saying? He was walking straight. He was walking fast and everything.
That's
He
fucked
went and got
up.
his car. And my mom was like, you see, I told you that's why we not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And that's
ever
how.
since then, I don't think I gave nobody money ever since then.
See, that's how you build trust issues. First,
Yep.
they lie about Santa Claus, and then like people lie about being poor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, real talk.
Actually,
I went outside at Capitol the other day, Sam Ash, and some lady walked up to my car and knocked on the window. And so I rolled it down. She's like, "Hey, like me and my boyfriend are over here. Like we're trying to get to here. I need gas. I'm out of gas." I was like,
that area
scam.
is
I
big
mean,
on
it's
that.
Capitol. I was like, okay, well, you follow me to this gas station, I'll put some in your tank.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, we do Food Lion cashback? I shut the door. She went and got it on Mercedes S550 and then skirted
Wow.
off. I was,
Crazy.
why are people begging, bro? Like,
Crazy.
Exactly. That's why I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad.
But they messing it up for the people really poor.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they've been scamming. I mean, we have to have scammers unless we need drama. We need somebody to talk about. Honestly, if everybody was doing right, what would we talk about?
but like, if you have to be out on Capitol, outside in the heat all day anyway,
Right.
just it's Capitol. You can walk to any job on Capitol.
okay, well, look, not all homeless people, but a lot of homeless people are probably out on the street because of an addiction, like drugs or alcohol or potentially gambling, but probably drugs or alcohol, So it's like
That's not my fault either, though. To be fair.
exactly.
Oh yeah, none of it's your fault.
I'm not. I got it together.
Yeah,
Surprisingly, but I don't sit there and beg people for money.
facts. Because like I feel the same way. Like I thought I had a big heart, and growing up, I would do the same thing. Like we started seeing homeless people like on Skybo Road in Fayetteville, which is like where the mall is and all that stuff. So like I want to give them money. But when I moved out and I moved to a big city, I came across like people who were on drugs asking me for money. People who got mad at me when I told them no. because they were probably strung out.
Oh,
Definitely
that
a lot
always
in
gets
Vegas.
me. Like if they start getting upset and like knocking on my window and stuff, I'm not with it.
Yeah.
Don't touch my car.
Yeah, you tripping on.
Yeah.
Like I get worse because like it's always creepy old men and like
Yeah.
this is they like I'm already watching and listening to true crime stuff. Like this is it. This is how I die.
Man,
See,
I
you
hit a
fucking
woman's
with
car.
yourself.
I hit a woman's car the other day because I was looking out. I was driving real slow, and this homeless guy was waving at me, and I waved back.
No, you can't make eye
I
contact,
turned
bro.
forward and looked, and this woman's Honda Civic was just right there, and I couldn't
Dang.
stop in time. But she hasn't called me about it, so
So, did you leave a dent?
little tiny dent. But it was like she was super nice, and her car was pristine. I mean, it was like an older Honda Civic, but it had no dents, no scratches or anything. It was really clean.
You're lucky.
How was your car? Did it get all smashed up?
Mine's fine. Well, it did get a little smashed up, but for the most part, it's still the same length.
Still the same. That's good. That's a good
For the
metric.
most part.
It's like a very guy thing to say.
Be like that.
Damn, man.
From an Altima to a Versa.
For free. Well,
That's really small. It had to be the Sentras are kind of bigger now.
You're right. It's more of a middle ground like a Sentra.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because it goes Maxima, Altima, Sentra, Versa,
Ultima's
that-
the only one that
and that
matters.
Leaf thing. We talking about Nissan.
Yeah, this is important.
Especially since we're not getting any sponsorship anyway.
What's your dream
I'll
car?
take a new Nissan.
What's your dream car?
Yeah, what's your dream car?
I don't know. I think I gotta.
Mine is
I
chauffeur.
used to really want. This ain't no dream car. Cause it's like I used to really want like an all white Benz. I ain't gonna lie, but it's like that's not really no dream car though. You know what I'm saying? I think a dream car would probably be like. I definitely want to get me a Rolls Royce one day for sure, and I want to get. I want a G-Wagon for sure.
They drive horribly. Just saying.
How do you know?
Don't
Oh
feel-
wait, yeah, you worked at Carvana.
I've driven everything.
How about that?
Like that.
The AMG ones drive pretty nice, but the regular G wagons not worth the money, bro. I just buy a regular like GLS class, honestly, or what's the man? What am I talking about? The brand.
Man, I don't know cars like that.
Sorry.
I just found out. that there was such thing as a Lamborghini truck.
Oh yeah.
Like-
That's what's popping right now over the G-Wagon for real.
God
People like the Land truck.
Or are you talking about the
Urus.
SUV, or are you talking about the old one? Because they had a truck with a bed back in the
Yeah, that's the one I'm
the
talking about.
LM002.
The pickup. That
It's
shit
like-
is
it's like
nice, bro.
500K now.
So you big on cars?
Well, I used to work for Carvana, and they
So we
don't
just soak
really
up- soak up the
enforce any
knowledge.
rules. So when I worked for Carvana, it was a lot of driving and a lot of driving fast. I've driven like V12s and stuff. It's a fun time.
And that's why he works at Sam Ash now.
And I got fired for going 60 miles an hour in a Mustang.
couldn't help
Anyways, Whatever.
Can't help it. Honestly, I used to like before I drove a fast car. I definitely used to judge people for driving fast. I was like, why? There's no fun in that.
Honestly,
just dangerous.
After
But then
driving
it's like-
fast cars, my dream car is now just a Datsun 280Z. They're not that fast, but they look really cool. It's fun to drive. I'd rather just have something that looks really cool and is fun to drive and a stick, because like I get myself in too much trouble.
Stick. Fuck.
Temptation.
Speeding tickets are not fun.
Who taught you to drive stick?
I taught myself how to drive stick on a Shelby GT350.
Nice.
I got a stick right now.
Really?
Yes, sir.
What do you have?
I just got a little Mazda 3.
I like Mazdas.
Mazda 3. Those Mazda was definitely big, like amongst the car people out in Fayetteville.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact model, but it's like the real small one, definitely.
It's plenty of them out there.
Man, Volkswagen hands down has the best
like
manual transmissions. Like
I haven't driven one though.
they so smooth. Even though
why-
like,
that's
just the
what,
base model
I know,
ones
it does.
feel really good.
That's what's up.
I taught how to learn how to drive my friend's Volvo, one of them station joints. I felt 80, but I learned how to drive though.
I got a stick shift smart car one day while I was driving in Greensboro. Yeah, I thought they were all electric, but no, it was one of the older ones, and it was horrible. I'm 6'4". I don't ever need to be driving that car again.
Oh,
the stick just make you feel like you're doing something, man. I just make you feel like you're driving a race car or something.
See, I thought about buying one But now that I live in Raleigh, I'm from Asheville, so it'd be super fun there. But
Yeah.
here in Raleigh, it's like I don't want
Yeah.
that commitment every day.
Right.
Like, what if I'm in a bad mood?
Right.
That's
You
not
just-
gonna make me feel better.
I tried to learn how to drive shift, but I fucked up on the clutch part. I just couldn't get the timing
Careful,
right.
boy, that's the $2,000 part right there.
That is.
And then my dad like I fucked up once, and my dad was like, "All right, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
For real,
teach you."
that's you can't if you got a stick, you can't let people drive your car, bro. That's like it's too easy to fuck up.
That's why Carvana was the perfect opportunity, because none of those cars are owned by anybody but Carvana. They're getting shipped out, but those people can return it in a day and get all their money back.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah, it makes sense.
they'd let us drive those cars. Driving
That's
stick. They teach people how to drive stick and whatever. I mean,
That's
it'd be
crazy.
like a stick shift. I mean, what's cool that comes in stick? Like a Mustang 5.0.
Right.
And they'd have like somebody who just learned how to drive stick this week out on the road doing like loops around.
Crazy.
Sounds like
We
a
had,
horrible
well,
idea.
We had rented out some slingshots for a video, and it was all stick shift, and like we had 3 of them. And my man's, we only had them for one day. My man's tore the clutch out.
Damn.
Yeah, and one day, like well, not even for 24 hours, like 8 hours, he tore the clutch out.
What was the monetary damage done?
All I'm gonna say is I hope they don't watch this podcast, but I'm gonna say we finessed.
Oh,
That's all I'm gonna
okay.
say.
Hey, no problem with that. That's because honestly, shit, I would not want to have dealt with that. You know, like,
It's probably-
there you
I
go.
could imagine it being a slingshot. It's probably some extra fees or something. I don't know.
they can figure it out later, and then hey,
As much as you pay for a slingshot in the first place for what it is, like
Yeah.
they should throw them a bone. You know?
They're cool looking though.
They are.
They
I
fun,
wanna
they
drive
fun to
one.
ride in too. They fun
a
to drive.
slingshot. What's the what car brand is that?
It's
Like, who
slingshot.
makes it? Oh, that's the
Yeah,
car brand.
yeah.
Oh shit. Okay,
Yeah, that's what I said. I thought it was by somebody too, but no, yeah, it's slingshot.
It's like
I gotta look that shit up.
If I got one of those, then I would go to the beach.
Yeah, it's definitely I can see that.
Go to the beach.
Yeah, like drive by the beach or stuff like that. Like go to Myrtle Beach or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
you don't want to be riding with that in Raleigh. Like that ain't nothing here for you. No,
Yeah, not cool.
If you go to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, like
Yes.
every other vehicle is either a slingshot or it's one of those like off-roading, like whatever they're called, like gators.
Yeah, for sure.
Because people just go there and rent them for like 5 days. It's just a bunch of like fat rednecks there with their families, and they want to ride cars for a
Yep.
week.
Right.
When we went there, that's what we saw. That you can rent them out and all that kind of stuff. But also the weekend we went, they had a car show. So like it was already up there, and I was up there with my parents. It's like.
I went to Gatlinburg back in 2020 during COVID. My family wanted to like do a vacation or whatever. It was like nothing had changed. Tennessee was just the exact same. Nobody was wearing a mask.
It's crazy.
that does not surprise me, especially Tennessee. But fuck,
Tennessee.
That's how it was in Atlanta too. They ain't wear no mask in Atlanta.
Georgia, yeah, that also does not surprise me. What'd you think of the new Kendrick album? Did you give it a listen yet?
I don't want to judge it yet.
Okay, that's smart.
Yeah, because like I mean,
Still pretty
it's
fresh.
Kendrick. We all know like, cause people say whatever when he first dropped, and then next year you'll be like, oh my god, this was the best shit or whatever. So
Mhm.
I mean, keep it G. The only listening to it like 1.5 times. I ain't even get through my whole second listen yet, so I can't even really say for real.
Yeah.
But I will say though, I usually love Kendrick's albums off first listen, and I will say I don't love it off my first listen. But I'm not gonna judge it yet though.
Mhm. That's fair. I feel like Kendrick wanted to do that, like to release something that, was for one definitely not like his other shit, but also like I cannot hear any of these songs on the radio except maybe the one with Kodak Black.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I agree with that for
Yeah.
sure.
exactly.
That
think
was my
it's-
first thought listening to it. Was like, this
Yeah.
isn't something I'm gonna bump every day. I'm gonna pull this out whenever I feel like pulling this out.
Mhm.
Yeah, not selling it to me.
I
You
liked
should-
it.
you
I
should
liked it
listen
a
to it.
lot, but I wasn't on like the. I
Well,
love the
have you
first
listened to
listen,
Kendrick
so-
before? Like, have you kept up with his? Yeah, you probably wouldn't fuck with it.
What's your favorite Kendrick album?
Probably. I don't want to say To Pimp a Butterfly because I feel like that's everyone's answer.
I mean, I'm just
Like,
gonna say To Pimp a Butterfly. I can't
Right,
really lie
But
to
that's
you.
really like I thought that was a minority answer, but that's my favorite though.
Really?
I don't think that's his best. It's my favorite though. But most people say they hate that album.
I
Well,
like
not hate
Section
it, but they
80 a
say
lot.
that. I like Section 80, but
Section 80.
I don't love Section 80.
Good Kid, Mad City is to me it's just so cohesive. I think that's like what would put it just slightly above
I
To
think
Pimp
that's
a
his best
Butterfly.
one, but I think Butterfly is my favorite one.
Conceptually, yeah, for sure.
I
Damn.
remember his songs from the GTA 5.
GTA 5. What songs did he have on there?
The radio they had in GTA 5.
Featuring Absol Illuminate.
Oh yeah,
that's a
they
good
did
song.
have that one.
I mean, they had
That boy was playing GTA.
he had a couple songs on there. ADHD.
Oh yeah, ADHD was on there. That's true.
That's Section 80, ain't it? Yeah.
So I guess
Yeah.
wherever those songs came from, whatever albums.
Yeah. I mean, talking about the
That's
latest
pretty much
releases.
her Nipsey too. Nipsey Hussle.
I never got into Nipsey Hussle. Not.
Yeah, no, I tried.
Still,
I tried
still
to.
don't really listen to Nipsey.
I mean, I have to get in the mood to listen to West Coast music, and then like I can do it
love
like
West Coast music.
like I appreciate the beats, and then but
I just don't like the high, lead synths.
love that shit.
I'm just like, fuck.
It gotta be done right though.
Take that out.
My
Just like-
roommate's been getting into like all southern stuff recently, like Louisiana type.
Dirty South is that's definitely a mood.
And my girlfriend's just been listening to Project Pat randomly, a lot.
Project Pat.
I mean, I'm pretty sure every white girl goes through that phase though.
I guess. she put on like a Gucci, like an old Gucci Mane song
Yep, that's
the other day, and I was.
the white girl phase. How old is she?
She's 21.
Yep,
She's
she's
like,
going through her phase. Let her. She's gonna get just a lot of 3-6 Mafia and it just.
I guess she
Mike
listens to
Jones.
rap, but it's never been anything like that.
Yeah, it's
weird.
always that ignorant weird shit.
Yeah,
Cause like I used to put on 3-6 Mafia and she wouldn't like listen to it. She's like, it's all right. But now she's put on Project Pat in my car.
He's
I'm
not even the
okay
best
with
one
it.
though. Like out of the 3-6 Mafia crew.
I agree with that.
What got you into hip hop?
What's that?
What got you into hip hop?
Well, I wasn't allowed to like listen to anything with cuss words in it until I turned 18. So I used to listen to the clean versions of Childish Gambino. But like, who? Honestly, like Kendrick.
Word.
It was Kendrick and J. Cole. When I got to college, everybody was like either super hard on Kendrick or super hard on J.
Where'd you
Cole.
go to college?
UNC Wilmington.
Okay.
But I was one of the select few that actually was more of a Kendrick fan than a J. Cole fan.
What album put you on?
To Pimp a Butterfly. It's the first one I heard, and then Untitled, and then Good Kid, Mad City, and I didn't even listen to Section 80 or any of the other ones until Damn dropped.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Like didn't go back. Did you listen to his what's the damn mixtape called? Overly Dedicated. Did you?
Yeah. I like Overly Dedicated, but I won't call it like my favorite or anything.
So, he was definitely still growing at that time.
Yeah, a lot of Wayne influence,
Yeah.
like heavy Wayne influence.
For sure.
Did you actually listen to his mixtape that he did of all Lil Wayne beats? I mean, it was pretty old,
Yeah,
but
I only
shit was
listened to it
crazy.
like once or twice, so I can't really talk about it. But yeah, I heard that though.
I've heard it once.
it was really good.
Don't
Revisit if you don't
it too
remember.
much.
I
What's it
just-
called?
I think it's just C4. Yeah, pretty sure it's just C4.
C4. How do you feel about Erykah Badu? I mean, we bring it back. Is she hateable? Is she lovable? Of course.
We were talking.
Is it possible to dislike?
I never said you
I
know.
see Eric.
I'm just because like Devin said earlier, because she comes out in the '90s. It just feel like you went.
Is this a phase, Zach?
That's what I feel
No,
like.
okay. If it's a phase, it's been a phase for like 4 straight years.
Okay, that's
Okay,
fair.
I mean that's you
So
are
she's
still rather
loving
young.
music.
Like top 3 artists for sure.
Shoot, like ever?
It's D'Angelo, Erykah Badu, and Kendrick. That's my top 3.
Ever?
I mean, D'Angelo and Erykah really came out when I was a kid, and y'all were even born. I don't even know how old you are, but I don't think.
How old are you?
I'm 34.
Okay, I'm 23. I just turned 23.
See,
last year.
didn't make me feel better.
She's
So-
an elder.
No,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
a deacon.
I'm just kidding.
So if I go home and do some fucking voodoo on your ass,
No, please don't. Please
nah, I'm
don't.
gonna get my chicken bones. Go get the wing stop. Get my chicken bones.
Yo.
Like pull up my sage and shit like that.
Nah, you're
With
still
some candles.
young. You're still young. You know, you're still young. I'm not gonna say anything else.
What she got? Like 2 years for you?
I'm not gonna say anything else. You're still young, Kia. You exude.
I don't
youth.
know. Before Kevin Samuels died, remember he called me a. I was on the verge of being a leftover.
Oh yeah.
35 and not married. I'm like, yep. But like I said last week, I'm the good kind of leftover. Thanksgiving leftover, the one you don't mind eating
Mm-hmm.
because it just tastes better the second day, and everybody's not in your face.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good pitch. Yeah.
That's a good pitch.
It's like,
Solid.
like,
It's like, damn, I do
everything's
like Thanksgiving dinner.
Everything's seasoned a little bit, and you're just like, damn, now really I can enjoy the meal.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's out of my face.
Thanksgiving dinner though, for real.
I'll have to wait a little minute. Good 6 months.
Did you play any sports growing up?
Definitely.
Coming up
Football and track. Yeah, in high school.
football.
Football and ran track. For
Yeah,
sure.
my family put me in track because my sister was really good at it, and I was like in elementary school. I was the worst at that. I was so distracted all the time. My dad pulled me out because I ended up like man, he got mad because I would like just leave, just like go find something else to do. They'd be in the middle of like doing drills. Just go
You
find
leave-
like
like-
go find something more
This
interesting.
was like when you was a little kid.
Yeah, I mean, I was like third, fourth grade, probably at the latest
Like,
of
I
it.
don't see
But like,
fun.
you know, like they'd have me out there running. I just want to throw the javelin. That's the cool thing. I went to shot put or something. I wasn't good at any of it, so
I was track. Football always was my favorite sport as long as I've been, alive. But track season ain't nothing like track season. I ain't gonna lie.
what were you like a sprinter or like
Sprinter.
long distance?
Strictly sprinter. Strictly.
What was your distance? Like
did
100,
Yeah, I ran 100.
100.
I ran 100. We went to states my sophomore year for the 4x1.
Nice, man.
I always hated it going to meets and stuff. My sister did hurdles, and she was really good at it.
Where
But I always just hated watching it. I was like, I don't
track
care.
is some fun, man. It's like that's the only like sport where it's like it's competition, but like nobody's really tripping for real.
Mhm.
It's just all
Yeah.
Everybody's
there, man.
It's hella
outside.
fun.
Like everybody's outside. You know
And then
what I'm saying?
like I like those races where you like a person get messed up at the beginning, then all of a sudden they just
Start
like,
winning.
oh shit, shit.
Yeah.
And it's like you can run your event. You can run your event and chill out for an hour before you got to do anything.
Mhm.
It's like, yeah, track season real fun.
See, I did cross country at one point in high school, and I fucking hate it. And that was like my freshman year, so that was my first impression of running. And so when my friends started getting into track, and they were like, "Yo, like do track season with us," I was like, "Fuck no! If it's anything like cross country, fuck that."
Where
Nah,
did you live when you
Well,
did cross
depending on
country?
what your event is.
this was in Japan. This was when I was living in Japan.
I
But-
did cross country for a year in Asheville.
That shit sucks, bro.
Nah, I couldn't do no distance.
Running up hills and stuff. It's horrible.
And you have to run fast. Still, like you still have to run fast. It fucking sucks.
I don't run anywhere.
I don't like to run.
I run my mouth.
Fair enough.
So
I like to hike.
go ahead, put out all your social medias and your
Mhm.
projects.
I was about to
So we
say
can close this
something.
bad boy out.
For sure, this is BJ Swade. You can find me everywhere at BJ Swade. That's BJSWAYED.
But say, because I thought at first it would be SUED.
Yeah, it's crazy. Whenever I made the name, that's what I wanted it to be spelled like. But I was like, I always say when I get my real name, I gotta have my exact at, and somebody had that at taken already. So I was like, I'm gonna spell it different. And I like it this way better anyway. So yeah, at BJSWAYED everywhere. My project Thanks for Nothing is out right now on all platforms. You go get that. More music coming real soon.
Ladies, if you go and listen to that album, just go ahead and jump to the low key joint, because if with the kind of music he makes, you just jump to that song first.
That pitch,
Bring it
that pitch
home.
was not
Bring it
good.
home. Yeah, no.
No, it's like because if you because
It makes you feel something.
it makes you feel different. It makes you be like, oh, okay.
Hey, well,
It's-
we got a woman's
it's
perspective.
It's
That's
a
a
woman
good thing.
thing.
That's
It's
a good thing.
It's a like because any other time I don't think like I can't remember what's the first. I'm like, okay, but then that low key came on and it hit me different. Like
Yeah.
I felt different. Like the way that you were riding that whole beat.
I appreciate
It's like and then the notes that you would hit in the order in the chorus, it's like it's something that I would do. So I've already done, so I relate to it. So I already know it's like the perfect melody at the end.
Then,
So-
okay,
so-
that was a better pitch. Now I'm
Right.
about to re-listen to it.
So and then it just like when you and then so it's those notes are just fucking sexy to me.
Well, the pitch was only for the ladies.
It's
Yeah, okay, true.
it's the
true,
sexiness of the melody and stuff like that. So it's gonna make like when I say it's gonna make you feel something, they know what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, all right.
So,
I say for myself, I say listen to all of them, but you know what I'm saying.
I'm
listen
saying
to
if you
LL
wanna,
Cool
if you wanna
BJ
be
over
like,
here.
oh, this is worth getting all in for.
oh yeah, for sure.
That's-
I feel that.
Ladies, listen to that song
I appreciate
because
that.
it's like, and even listen to the lyrics because it's like that's kind of what I want. like that makes sense. That's like the perfect.
I was definitely
perfect type of
in
relationship.
love when I made that song.
Yeah, it sounds like
Oh,
it sounds like
okay.
the perfect relationship. That it'll make you fall. But then you were like, oh, he's like 20 something.
Oh, I'm definitely listening. Hey,
Like
man.
30.
You got the opportunity, right?
like I considered, I'm like, nah, it's not. It's not.
It-
Let me not indicate that. Let me just throw it out all the way. Let's be realistic here.
I appreciate that for sure.
Yeah, so that's why I say, ladies, listen to that song because then it's like, damn, this nigga's a gentleman. I like
Hey.
that.
Close.
That's a tip. I'm Kid the Great.
I appreciate you.
We got Zach here and what Devin speaks. What?
Dev Cooks. You can call
Fruity
it Dev
Pebs.
Cooks for now.
Dev Cooks, Fruity Pebs.
That's my name of your phone.
Fruity Pebs.
That's his government name.
And we'll catch
Fuck
y'all
outta
next
here.
week or something. All right,
Thanks
we're out.